こんにちは、チャートマスターの根崎ゆきです。11月1日のセッションリキャップ、スコットのウェブセミナー取っていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。それでは始めていきましょ
う。So this is session recap for the 31st of October. Several things in the United States. This is Halloween. All right, so it's going to be crazy tonight in the Asian session. It's also a month end and square up day for the Asian session, and it's square up day and month end for London. Those create problems as banks try to book profits to report to their clients. So we're looking here in the euro here, look for the 240 where we can see it, and we see that we're at a bounce point here, and the structure of the market says we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 5 is next. All right. What's the problem? They're buying dollars. Since they're buying dollars, they can't make this move. All right. So we could get a breakout here. If we get a breakout, that's the trade right there, down to the 35.21.
今日は、僕たちの昨日ですけどはハロウィンでしたと。で、マンスイン11月になりますから、皆さん決済してきて、お客さんに、利益を配当していく日なので、動く日だよねっていうことを言っていて、ここ今バウンスポイントですよね。跳ね返りのポイントなんですけど、ここで跳ね返ってきて、1、2、3、4、5波が来るか、もしくは、今ドルが買われているので、下にブレイクしてくる可能性がありますよねっていうことで、そしたらここですよね。ここの間を取っていきたいねっていうことを言っています。
Now there will not be any. Normally I'd be trading with the fast tracker tonight, but remember I told you that my other Jerry's my best friend. My other best friend's dad died, and the viewing is tonight, and the funeral is tomorrow. Since I'm going to be in this room here with everybody tomorrow, I can't be at the funeral, so I'm going tonight. So that takes me out of that. So, all right. So that's an opportunity to the downside. If we make the bounce and make the turn, then that day chart trend will be viable right there. And we will be looking to come back up and square this candle up here at about 3690, about 3700. Yeah, well, he was 90 years old and went and sat down in his chair and just died. So if there's going to be a way to go, that's the way I want to go.
で、スクエアップがありましたね。なので一回上がってくる可能性もありますということですね。
So, yeah. So.
次にポンドドルですね。フォーリングエッジというパターンで、これを上に抜けてきた、今抜けてますけど、上に登っていくパターンですよね。
Looking above it right now, it's a buy sign. We're out of the wedge and a falling wedge, which says we're going to be a buyer. Now, until they start selling dollars, this probably won't go anywhere, but it may go sideways. If it does, and then it bounces to the upside, the day chart trend is in effect. Take the 240 trend off. All right. I trade this session, and then I'm a target trader, so I place trades all during the day, and I don't watch them ever again. Either go.
でもしこれ上がってきたらもうこのトレンドいらなくなりますよね。なのでそれを見ていきたいなっていう感じですね。
Oh, they don't. I've got 2 trades in right now. I won't look at them again till tomorrow. All right. That's it. I don't pay that much attention to it. All right. There we go. All right. So we're looking for that opportunity to come back up to here if it does bounce. That means the 240 trend will be gone. And we'll be looking for that opportunity. Obviously, a breakout down to the downside here. You'll be looking to come down to here. We have consolidation over here. That's a fib. That's a 786 fib. All right. I would not trade that because of the day chart trend. So I only be looking for the buy. All right. Now, if it comes up into the middle up here and turns to the downside, that's a different story. But that's a continuation of this trend.
これもし下に抜けてきたら売りなんですけど、売りたくはないですよねと。で、もし上がってきて、跳ね返ってきたら話は別で売りで見ていきたいね。このトレンドが、240分のトレンドがまたこのまま引き続き継続して、下の方を狙っていくっていう感じですね。
Alright, so we got a 1, and then we have a 2 up to here, and then we'd be able to trade it to the downside. Right? So it's dicey at this point in time because the structure is messed up right now. Right? No, I took 2 trades yesterday after FOMC. I'm still in them. Right? So, personal, I did 2 trades after FOMC, and about 2 hours after it, I went and did 2 trades. Doing fine. I'm up on that Aussie. When it went to the top, I sold it. So, Dollar CAD, we're waiting for it to retrace down in this area. Hadn't done that yet. But what we're looking for is the bounce. We're looking for it to come down here and bounce up here. Right? And they're having trouble doing that because the dollar is the first currency and they're buying dollars today. And the dollar CAD needs to go down so they can't take it anywhere. There's nowhere to take it. All right? So they're just sitting there waiting for it then to turn and sell dollars. All right? Not even about
ドルカナダは一回下がってきてからの上げで見てますね。
that. It's just they're buying dollars, and the dollar part of the dollar CAD needs to go down. There's nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. All right, dollar Swissy, we're in this big wedge here up on a big chart, a big wedge, and we're waiting to see if we can break out into this upper area here. Now, if they continue to buy dollars, we will be able to get this trade tonight, up maybe as high as the R4, all right? But at least probably to the 9100. So that's the trade right there, if it should occur, all right? If it doesn't, we'll be pulling back down into this, and now we're inside a wedge, and there's nothing to do inside the wedge.
今ドルフランはウェッジにありますね。なのでこれ抜けてきたら、ここまで買っていきたいっていう感じなんですけど、ちょっとどうなるか分かりませんねということですね。
You gotta wait till you come out the other side. So if you get the buy, you're going up to 9100. That's a good trade. Other than that, walk away. Right. Yes, it is. That's true. That's what they are. That's why we watch them side by side. When we look at the dollar index here, there's mini crudes right beside it. Right? What are they doing right now? Well, they're starting to buy mini crude, and they're buying U.S. dollars. Both of those are being bought right now. Right? And the dollar CAD needs to go down. So there's nowhere to go. See? Yes, I do, Eric. Most of the time. Most of the time, I'm just looking for an area. If I get an area, I'm going to commit to the trade. I trade wide open spaces, and here I'm trading how you have to do it as a beginner. As an advanced trader, you don't do all of that stuff. Right? The stuff you learn now, you don't do when you're an advanced trader. Right? When you're an advanced trader, you find the area, you commit to the trade, and you walk away, and you're done. That's it. It's all about risk and reward. And I don't take trades unless I got 300-400 pips. Right? And I don't need to make a trade this morning. New traders, you got to make a trade, and part of the experience is you got to learn to make trades. So that's part of the reason that you have to make trades. And unfortunately, traders think just making a trade is what it's all about. No, it's about making the right trade. All right. So let's see where we're at. Dollar yen. Dollar yen is in a big wedge. All right. So we're waiting to see if we can break out. If we can't break out of this wedge, there's nothing to do here, folks. You see that? That's it. We're inside here. We got to be either that or we got to be down here.
ドル円ですね。大きなウェッジの中にあるので、抜けてきてからしかできないですよね。
Movement to the downside will most likely bring in the Bank of Japan. So we're always looking to the upside on the dollar yen because any move to the downside invites intervention from the Bank of Japan. Aussie dollar. All right, we're waiting to see if this will be an inverse head and shoulders. If it is, it's going to bounce to the upside. We don't have a trade. All right, but if it isn't and it breaks out here, we are extremely interested in this trade. All right, to the downside, and we're looking to come down. This is it. So I'm in this Aussie dollar. Why I'm in this Aussie dollar for this down here. I'm looking to go down to 9,000, 9,100. Right? That's why I'm in this trade. Right? So I want all of that right there. So I'm willing to let it flop around here. All it wants to do, and I'm going to double my position here, I'm going to double my position here, I'm going to double my position here, and I'm going to double my position here. And I only need that one trade this month. That will...
OG ドルですね。今下げです。ということで、ここ割ってきたら売りたいよね。で、この HSI 割ってきたらさらに売りたいよね。で、サポート割るために売っていきたいね。で、ここまで到達したいね。で、この1回だけのトレードで今月はもういいよねぐらいのトレードを見ているということですね。
They'll pay my mortgage, they'll pay my car payment, they'll pay everything I got to do this month. That one trade will do it. All right? That's how I don't look at the market the way you guys look at the market. I'm not looking for it that way. All right? But I used to, the way you do, so I know how to do it. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for that big move right there. All right? Just like last week, we were looking for this big move. All right? That paid my house payment last month. All right, so I'm looking for the break to the downside. I'm looking for 93.80, all right, possibly right in here tonight, and maybe it'll go all the way down to 93.48. I don't want to miss this trade, okay? Once I break down below here, I'm going to be another seller again in here. And don't forget that if the market takes out a target and gives me a pullback, then I'm doing something totally different. It breaks down here and pulls back up here and goes, I'm also adding here, and then I'm adding here. See? That's how we do it. All right. Euro yen. I don't have any on here, so I can't talk about it except we have a rising wedge, which is the sell side. Go to the pound yen. Pound yen is flopped around going nowhere, absolutely nowhere. Now the pound is being sold when we're out of this uptrend here, but we don't have a trend to the downside. All we have is a sideways move. All right? So we have nothing but a sideways move here like this. All right? So we could break back up in the old trend, and there's a big opportunity here. All right? But we got into this move down, which means we're most likely going to go down. If we go down, we're going to slam right into the day chart trend wall right here. All right? So there's nothing on the pound yen unless we get a buy. All right?
ポンド円ですね。ポンド円は買い以外では考えてなくて、下がってきてのレクタングルからの下げがあると思うんですけど、すぐにデイチャートのトレンドがあるので、買いで見ていきたいですよね。ここを抜けてくるまでは何もしたくないということを言っています。
So that. Not for me, Peter, because I'm always trading a scalp. For me, my trades that I put on are going to be 1/3 of my lots, which means I have 3 times the stop. I never break my rules. Right? I'm not going to get stopped out on that little stuff. So, and we basically talk about that every single day in here. We talked about it yesterday quite extensively, so I don't have time to do it today, but yeah, we always enter your trade with 1/3 of your lots, which means you have 3 times the stop. So if the stop on all your lots would be 34 pips, 3 times that would be 112. After a sideways, it's a continuation. Exactly right. That's why we're looking for that. Unfortunately, on that pound yen, the sideways move as a continuation drops it right into the day chart trend. Here, see? Once we take this bottom out right here, right there, that drops us into the day chart trend. So there is a trade here. It's about 40 pips. 156.20 from 156.67. About 40 pips.
40ピップあるんですよね。これポンド円の60分ですけど、ここ抜けてきたら40ピップぐらい取れるんですけど、やらないよねっていうことを言ってるんですね。
Problem with the pound yen is it has a 7 to 9 pip spread. The 7 to 9 pips means there's 14 to 18 pips of this move does not even exist because of the spread. So it's only 40 pips, of which only half of it is available to you. So you don't want to trade it. Right? You got to pay the spread both ways. You know, people don't understand that. You pay the spread actually when you go in. But when you're trying to get out, the broker's still quoting the bid in the ass. So you got to deal with the spread at the end of the trade also. So that's it. Well, you got a broker who lets you do that. That's fine, Mark, and maybe you can do that. But the average trader here has anywhere from 7 to 9 pips. All right. And you got to really be careful about a trader, a broker who's quoting 1.5 pips on the pound yen, one of the most volatile currencies on the planet. And he only wants 1 to 5 pips to give you a loan for that? That sounds like slippage to me. But, hey, who am I to say? I don't know. I would never trade a broker who offered a pound yen for 1.5 pips. Never. I would run from that. Alright, we're looking to see if we can get up into here. Right in here. See, Alcana 6, right? Axis is 2.5. There's hundreds and hundreds of brokers. There's probably only 10 that are worthwhile. Most of them are bucket shops, right? Out of regulation. Why not put on the NU? Why not put another one? Because
9ドルですね。このスペース、高値ブレイクしてきたら買えますけどね、ということを言ってますね。今なんかブローカーの話をしていて、ポンド円が例えばスプレッド 1.5 ピップとかそういうところで、トレードは絶対しない方がいいねということで、必ずそういうところはスリップページ、滑るよということを言ってますね。
No, we looked at this one earlier. This one here, on the New Zealand yen. We looked at it earlier and we saw that the Three Musketeers, everything was telling us we're going to the upside. See? All right, why did I put on a new one? Oh, the blue one right here, because I got more information. As I get more information, I see that they bounced here. They bounced here, and if I put this line on to here and here, and over across to here and here, can I prove the heart line? And you know where that heart line is. So I don't know which one of these trends it is. So I'm going to leave them both on. I have no clue which one. That's only 2 points, and that's why this is a working chart, working trend. This one's got 1, 2, and 3, so I know that that one's real, but I broke that one. See, I broke that one, but I'm still a buyer right now. I'm not a seller. I'm a buyer. Right? I will be a seller if we take this out and take this out. Then I'll be looking to sell down here. But until then, I'm a buyer. And I'm waiting for this opportunity right here. Will I get it? I don't know.
今は、トレンドとチャンネルの説明ですね。こことここ結んでチャンネル引いて上で取ったんですけど、で、ハートラインも使われてるんですけど、一応ここからも引いていて、どっちかわからないんだよねということで。なので、まずここを割ってきてるんですけど、ピンクの方割ってるんですけど、まだ買い手で、バイヤーで今考えてるってことを言ってるわけですね。なので、このチャンネルを割ってきて、ボトムを割ってきたら、さらにというか、そこから売っていきたいねっていうことを言っています。
Here's the key. If it does this, I won't get that. It's just that simple. Because I'm not going to trade it unless I get it. It's not a problem for me if it doesn't do that. Now, what happens to traders, retail traders, is they're going to trade it anyway, whether it does it or not. They're not willing to wait for it. So for me, I'm willing to wait for every trade. Why? That's how I've been trading 11 years, 12 years. That's how you survive. You don't do the dumb money stuff. I did the dumb money stuff, and after replenishing my account 4 or 5 times, I realized I can't do this that way. I have to learn a different way to do it, and so that's what we did. All right, Aussie yen. All right, Aussie yen. We're waiting for a pullback. All right. And we got a little one here, not much, but we got a little one. I'm really looking for them to build a bear flag this morning. All right, so this will be the A, the B, and maybe a C up into this area. I get up in this area, I'm going to sell this off to here. All right, and I'm going to double my position down here. All right, so we'll see. All right. But structure says it.
OG 円ですね。ABC ってなって、ベアフラッグができて、ブレーキしてきたら売りたいねってことを言っています。
To build an ABC. Why? Because they've run out of sellers. Why do they run out of sellers? Because London's going to close. All right? But Aussie moves all day. So if they can build a bear flag up to the upside, I'm going to be very interested in this sell. All right? Let's take this up to the 240 and see what it is. It's a rising wedge. That is a sell sign. We can see our 2 trades are right here. First one is right here. Second one is right here. And I will not miss this big one right down here. Don't miss that one. But that part.
では240分で OG 円を見てみましょうということで、ここのブレイクですよね。で、ABC の後のブレイクですけど、そしたらここ、2つ目ここの HSI まで、で、その下、このサポートまでっていう風に考えていますということですね。
It won't happen this week. That's probably next week's trade right there. So, okay, it may not be, I don't know. It could very well be a great one, Mark. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying that any broker with that kind of spread, low spread on the most volatile currency, makes me wonder, because they have huge risk. The broker has huge risk to only get 1.2 pips out of you for that trade. That's huge risk for them. So they might do it. I don't know. We'll see. All right. I'm not down that they have a 1.5. Or they charge a commission. I'm just saying that for a currency that has the volatility of the pound yen, the reason that spreads are higher are currencies, right, Mark, that have a higher volatility, right? That's why they have a higher spread. So when you have a high volatility currency and it has a very low spread, that to me is a warning sign. It may be totally fine. I don't know, and maybe that's what they do. Maybe that's their marketing plan. I don't have a clue about all that. All I'm just saying is that doesn't make a lot of sense long term to me because of that. See? All right, so and it could be totally fine. It could be absolutely great. I'm just telling you what I think. All right? So you can see we're running a little channel down here. All right, so that's the opportunity right there, folks. I'm going to draw that channel while I got a chance. All right, so we're running this channel right along here. I'm going to clone that and drag it out. Come on. Get a hold of this thing. There we go. Alright, so now we can see that this first trade is viable. If it goes fast, we're going to come right back up. But if it goes slow, which the Aussie can do, that's a very viable trade. Does everybody see that?
で、まあ今チャンネルになってるようで、
So, yeah, one of the reasons that they
すみません、チャンネルになってるよねっていうことでチャンネルを引いたんですけど、まあここですよね。こう抜けてきての当たってもう一回跳ね返ったらもう一回売れるよねっていうことで、まあ複数のシナリオを考えてますね。
get lower on this because the ATRs have dropped dramatically on the pound yen. Right now, the pound yen ATR for 14 days is 122 pips. All right, what was it 180 days ago? 173. So it's dropped 50 pips a day. See? So its volatility has dropped 50 pips a day. See? So that's the reason. All right, so I like that trade. Okay, I really like that. Okay. All right, good, Mark. I'm glad you're here. We're glad you're here. All right, this euro pound, we can't trade it this late in the week because it only has a 36 pip, 39 pip APR, so we're out of the euro pound. Just walk away from it. That whole thing was done by the FOMC yesterday. Okay, here's the move to the downside, the euro Aussie. All right, here's the euro Aussie, and we got a move to the upside. One, and this is probably a 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's possible we could do a 5 wave up here, but you can see there's a lot of risk that they want to come down the bottom of the trend before they buy it. Does everybody see that? Right here. That is a real risk.
ユーロポンドはもうちょっとできないですよね。今ボラティリティがもう1週間で30ピップとかしかないですし、まあこれだけもう、まあ週末ですからユーロポンドは動かないということですね。で、今ユーロ OG に移ってきたんですけど、1、2、3、4、5波じゃないかなっていうことがあって、でもこのユーロ OG はリスクがあってここまで下がるかもしれないということですよね。なのでまあ様子を見て跳ね返りで買っていくのが理想かなということを言っています。
Yes. All right. So if they were to decide to trade to sell this, let's go look and see what the head the 2-month futures say. Wow, look at this chart right here. That is crazy. Look at that. See that? Man. That doesn't look normal, does it? So they already had non-farm payroll. They didn't have non-farm. Is non-farm payroll tomorrow? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Yeah, had me worried. I was going, yeah, it's next week. There you go. Woo! I was going, wow, I must be a week behind. Yeah. All right, so what does the chart say? The chart says you better be leery of this Euro Aussie. All right, that's what the chart says. All right. So I'm scared of this one. It just isn't making a lot of sense to me. All right. If it breaks to the downside, I'm really not interested because I'm in a pretty well built uptrend. If it does break to the upside, we got candles that square up here, got to square up here. So there's a real opportunity right up there, real possibility right there. All right.
で、スクエアアップがあるので、まあここまでの上げはあるかもしれないですよねっていうことですね。
So I would be interested to buy. I'm not going to be interested to sell down here because I'm really looking for it to be the bounce point to take that trade. All right. Could be. Who knows?
まあとにかく跳ね返ったらの買いで見ていきたいと思っていますと。
Sometimes things in the market are affected. Sometimes they're not. It depends on whether it matches their cleanup. I mean their agenda, I should say. EuroCAD. EuroCAD, we're waiting. We need this thing. If it's going to go to the downside, we need them to set a top over here because this is too shallow. So we'll look for the bounce up into here. If it bounces anywhere in here, will we adjust the trend into what's more realistic over here and look for that opportunity right there? The problem is they're right now they're trying to break into this area, and that is an unsustainable trend. See that? That's unsustainable. They have to pull this back. And Murphy's Law says if they pull it back they'll pull it back as soon as you enter the trade. So let's put this down to a 60 and see what it looks like. You can see we're in a big wedge here. Let me go back to that 240 so you see that. Everybody see this is the start of a big wedge. Let's see that? All right, but one of them is a day chart bottom, so we're not so concerned about it. But it is a possibility of being a day chart wedge. All right. So, all right. So let's take this down to a 60 and see if we can figure this thing out. All right. So it's such a shallow trend without a square up. We got all this to square up here, especially right up in this area. Wouldn't you like to come up here like this and then we'd get this? That would be a great opportunity right there. All right. right now I'm literally trading.
ユーロカナダですね。今ウェッジの中にあったんですけど、抜けてきて、で、行き過ぎてますよね、このトレンド。なので、一回スクエアアップもたくさんありますから、戻ってきてからのチャンネルを作っての下落で見ていきたいと思っています。
And, all right, we have broken this bottom right here. All right, we're in a nice big wide open area down here, but there is a bottom right here. See that? That is the bounce point. So here's what I'd say. If they don't break this and bounce this back up and they do a break, hook, and go, you might want to consider that with a very small lot percentage. Very small lots, okay? Because it is a big opportunity of 120 pips, but it's in an unsustainable trend, all right? So if they do that, exactly, that's what I was getting to, Jim. Nice point. Nice heads up, Joe. If they do that, more than likely it's because they got an agenda to get down here and square this up. See that? And that makes it a viable opportunity as long as you don't put too much risk. Cover your risk. Only trade it with a very small position for the square up over here. Everybody see that? All right. Now, CAD yen. CAD yen. We're doing, let's go up here to 240 again. And CAD yen, we're looking for it to bounce up and take that. We're in a big sideways market, okay? Everybody can see that. We'll go up to 360 and you can see it's just a big sideways market. Down the bottom, up to the top, down the bottom, up to the top. So we're anticipating to move up to the top like that, right? So as we go up to the top, we've got this opportunity right here. A break of this gives us a big opportunity right here, right there. So if we get the CAD yen up, we don't want to miss trade one, which is up to 94.66 on the break of 94.20. All right. If we break this diagonal here about 95.
カナダ円ですね。ここまず取れるんですけど、それよりも抜けてきたらここですね、を取っていきたいということです。
Above 95, I'd actually be above 95.20, and then trade it up to 93. There's 70 pips there. So these are two great trades here, but they've got to prove that they can do it. All right, so there you go. All right. New Zealand yen. We're in a big uptrend, as you can see, in the New Zealand yen. We're anticipating that the move could go up here into this area. You can also see, however, that's a rising wedge, which could be a sell-off down to this double bottom. Everybody see that? Rising wedge tells us we may go to the downside. We're still inside the day chart trend, which says we could go up to there. So we'll see what happens. I mean, when it starts trending, it does pretty well, Mark. And remember, we've got the Asian market tonight, which is square up. All right? So they've been selling here all this time. So a square up would take them up to the upside. So I watch it and don't miss that trade right.
9円ですね。で、今日はスクエアアップデーなので、ずっと下がってきてるので、ここまで上がるんじゃないかなって見ていて、今ですね、僕たちの今の時間、アジアマーケットですよね。で、ここの上げっていうのを見ていきたいよね。買い逃さないようにしていきたいよねっていうことを言ってます。もちろん下にブレイクして、デイチャートのトレンドブレイクしてきたら、このダブルボトムまでっていうところを打っていきたいですね。
Right there, that's a great trade. If it will do that. If, that's a big if. So we're watching for that opportunity in a break of 81.30 up to 82.24, about 90 pips right there. I like this, if it'll do it. Pound New Zealand has come up for us. We've now squared up here, so we're in pretty good shape. We went up to 25, and we're now looking to go to the downside, and we are looking for a huge opportunity here in the Pound New Zealand. See? This is the trade we want right here. So if we can get on this trade anytime in here and get up, we need to get it up in the profit because we're going to hit the weekend and we need to get flat on the weekend on this thing. So, it's showing you a lot of whipsaw right now. But once it gets going, it typically goes pretty well. All right. So if we can get this going in this area, we want to hold on and hold on and hold on and hold on. Okay.
ポンド級ですね。今ごちゃごちゃになっているんですけど、ここ抜けてきたらのこの大きなスペースの売りですね。なぜかというと、ここも同じです。下がってきてごちゃごちゃになっての下げ。上がってきてごちゃごちゃになっての下げが来るんじゃないかなっていうふうに見ていますと。
Okay. So, there we go. Done with that. Silver, for those who can. Had a big sell-off. We did really well in silver early in the week. We're now down here at the bounce point. Okay, so this is where it can go either way. If they break hook and go here, we're going down to this and maybe into the consolidation right in here. All right. If they bounce here, we're going to look at go back up to the double top. All right. And remember, tomorrow is square up day. Silver and gold become recipients of a lot of money in currency. All right, because you can't hold currencies over the weekend because crazy people fly planes into buildings. But you can hold gold and silver because if anything bad happened over the weekend, and it would be good for gold and silver. See, so the reason you got to get out of the currencies is because of that. All right.
銀はここですね。この下のスペースと、抜けてきたら上のスペースということを言っていましたけど、次行きましょう。
Something bad could happen. The reason you can go into silver and gold because something bad could happen. All right. So, all right, yeah, could go up there. Exactly. Got out 21 and square up. Absolutely. So, Tom Cheek. All right. It's up here at the top of the trend wall. All right. So, structure is going to be very, very important to us. It's unsustainable trend at this point, as you can see. And what do we have? We've had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 way down. We're down at A, B, C to the top. So the question is, will they do a 5-way to the downside or will they do a breakout to the upside? We don't know yet. So you got
ポンドフランですね。1、2、3、4、5、ABC が終わって、ここからですね、ここから、抜けて上に行くのか、そのまままた下がってくるのか、一つの見極めのポイントとなっているところですね。
wait and prove it. Right? If it breaks to the upside, you can see you got tops here and tops here. We don't have the targets, but that would probably be where we go. These two tops up here at 43.36. Would be interested in that. I have to redo the charts. Okay. If it breaks to the downside, though, we're looking to do this trade again to the downside, and then all the way back down to the double bottom again, right here, if we get the downside move. Right. So there we go.
ここのボトムですよね。これ割ってきたらポンドフランは本格的に売っていきたいなっていうことですね。
Alright. Down Dodgy. Down Dodgy, unsustainable trend. This is the breakout we were waiting for all day and finally just went. I mean, it just barely went while we were doing this. Can everybody see that? Bam, up she went. Waiting for that all day. Doggone it. Alright. So, we'll see. Now, you can see here, let me take you to the 3-minute chart because I want you to see this. Alright. Alright. This is what we were waiting for, and for some reason we missed it. We need this thing, we need a break, we need a hook, and then the go. Alright, everybody see? There's the break, hook, and go. Right there. Especially Daisy, remember you were asking about it earlier, Daisy was, and Erica, everybody's asking about that. Alright, see, that's what we're looking for. Alright, up 23, nice job, Michael. So, I like it. I like Ava FX. I like a lot of brokers. Okay, I just happen to use FXDB, and FXDB has always been good to our clients, and they also do a rebate to our clients. So when we got a rebate to our clients, we don't get anything from them, but it's good for our clients. I mean, John Robert doesn't pay for his charts. He gets his charts reimbursed back to him every single month. So yeah, Compass FX is the IV and FXDB is the broker. Right? So we're not an IV, so we can't do it. Don't want to do it. Yeah, we don't want to ever be involved in that. So there it is, right there. So.
これポンド王子なんですけど、3分チャート見てて、ブレイクしてフックして5でここで買ってるんですよね。今20ピップ上がってる人もいるよみたいな話でした。
Back up to the 240. So what are we looking at now? The first part of the trade is virtually over. Now, if they pull back down, then we'll have that opportunity again, then that opportunity there, and maybe we'll get all the way up to the R4 right here. Maybe. All right. So first trade is up to 68.97, 87, I should say. So if you get a pullback to 62, you might be able to make the trade. A break of 69.87. You're going to 79.18. You got a 1700 in there. You're gonna have to move your stop first. Get the break even quickly on that if you get that.
ここのスペースの後、戻ってきての買いの後、ここも買えますよね。で、それでその後も買いでいきたいんですけども、すぐストップ上げていきたいですよね。っていうことを言ってました。
You only got 18 tips there. Finally, Euro New Zealand. All right, we're coming to the downside here, and we're looking to see if we'll finish this move to the downside. All right, got a set of twins, so that could be the bounce point. We know they got to square this up. All right. So whenever we get the turn, if it's here or they take out the bottom of the trend wall and make the turn, we're going to trade it up to the square up, which is at 1.6600. 1.6600. That's a big trade there, folks. A big.
ユーロキウイ、大きなトレード来そうです。ここ抜けてきてますので、サポートですよね。抜けてきて、ここで跳ね返ったら、このサポートまでの買いいけますから、絶対見逃さない方がいいですと。
Alright, that's what I see, folks. I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a great day. Be careful. Square up tonight in Asian, square up tonight in London, okay? Which way is this one? Right now, I think it's wave 2. A 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. But I'm not an Elliott waiver, so an Elliott waiver may have a whole different story now. I just try to keep it simple. Alright, have a great day, everybody. Talk to you soon. Yeah, that's right. We have a set of twins there, so it might be the bounce point.
はい、というわけで今日のセッションリキャップここまでです。今日ちょっと長かったですね。35分ぐらい撮ってましたけど。まあなんか今日はブローカーの話とか、なんか余分なっていうか、いつもより多い話があったので、ちょっと長くなりましたけども。まあ今日はスクエアアップデーということで、いつも例えば、今週下がってたのが、一回みんなが閉じてきて、上がって調整を入れていくっていう日なので、そこに気をつけながら、まあ気をつけるもそうですけど、売り増しとか買い増しのチャンスでもありますから、注目して見ていきたいと思います。それではどうもありがとうございました。また来週火曜日から撮っていきたいと思います。どうもありがとうございました。失礼します。